Tutorial video, we're going to demonstrate the difference between static product folders and dynamic product folders. Let's go ahead and start by clicking on the Products button. Let's go ahead and select the Our Products product data source or database. This is the demo that comes with QuoteWerks. Let's go ahead and click on the plus sign to expand it. Now here we see a bunch of yellow folders. They look like standard Windows folders. These are what we refer to as static folders. We can create, we can rename, and we can delete product or static folders, and we can also add products within them. Let's go ahead and start by creating a new static folder. To do that, let's go ahead and make sure we are clicking on the root of our database, and then we'll right click and select New. So let's go ahead and call this Test. And we'll say OK. Now you're going to notice that the folder is placed in alphabetical order underneath our products. You can also create a subfolder for test. Let's go ahead and click on the test folder so that it opens, and then we'll right click and we'll select New. And then we'll just call this Subtest. And then you'll see a little plus sign here. We can click on that to expand it, and there's our subtest folder. With static folders, we can create or add products, new products, or modify existing products, as well as delete them. Let's go ahead and demonstrate that. We'll click, again, we'll highlight our subtest, and we'll click on New, and we'll just enter a part. We'll just call it test part. Give it a description. And we can also fill out all the information about it as well. Pricing, advanced, custom, picture. But for now, we'll just fill those fields out, and let's click OK. And now, if we click on the main test folder, you don't see the part, but if we go back to subtest, this is where we entered that part. Matter of fact, let's edit that part and have a look. Go to the Advanced tab. The folder list tells us the folder number where the part is located, as well as the folder subfolder set. Now let's go ahead and delete the subtest folder. And you might ask, isn't that going to delete the part? Well, let's find out. Notice the warning here. Deleting a folder does not delete the products in the folder. So basically we're just removing the folder. However, the part is still found in the root of our database. And as you can see, our subfolder is gone, and our part is still there. So now let's talk about dynamic folders. We'll close the product lookup, and for this, to get the dynamic folders visible in our product lookup under our product data source, let's go ahead and select the products menu and select set up product sources. This is where we can see all of the data sources that are currently set up in QuoteWerks. Let's go ahead and highlight the Our Products database data source, and we'll edit it. Now we'll just click through these as they're grayed out. We do have the option to change the name of our data source, but we'll leave that alone, and we'll click Next. Now in this step here, this is where we select our dynamic folders. So we'll go ahead and check that. We also have another checkbox here that will allow us to show all products and services when a product source is selected. This is handy when you want to click on a product source and have it load all of the products. You may or may not want to load this. If you have several hundred thousands of products, you may not want to have this checked, or QuoteWerks will load every single one of those products. But for now, we'll just select this checkbox, We'll select Finish. And then we'll close this window. Let's go back and click on the Products button. And let's go back to the Our Products database. So now what we have here is this new little folder that has a little green arrow on it labeled Manufacturers. What this little folder is doing is it's going to run a dynamic query and check all the products and sort them that are in this data source, and it's going to break them down by the manufacturer. So let's go ahead and expand this, and now you can see all these little subfolders. Notice the difference in icon. Okay, and what we've done is QuoteWerks has searched this data source, and it's broken everything down by what it finds in the manufacturer field. Let's take this folder here, 3Com, for example. You'll notice that the manufacturer is 3Com. Let's do the same with this one here, Aspire. Manufacturer is Aspire. Manufacturer is JBZ Stereo. So you can see that any product that I select from any one of these folders, the manufacturer will correspond. Let's go ahead and illustrate that. Now we can't actually right-click on these folders. Again, these are dynamic. These will only appear if QuoteWerks finds a part with a manufacturer part number that matches, or I'm sorry, manufacturer name. So let's go ahead and select Our Products. We're going to create a new product. We'll call it Test 2. And we'll give it a description. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to assign the manufacturer name. We'll just call it Test MFG. Now we're going to say OK. Now right now you don't see a Test MFG folder. However, when we close the product lookup and we click on it again, let's go ahead and expand it. And now we will see our Test MFG folder. And there is our test part with the manufacturer listed as Test MFG. Now how do we get rid of this folder? Well, again, we can't delete it. We can't do anything with it. It's a dynamic folder. It's only created for this specific purpose. So if we get rid of all items with a specified manufacturer, then the folder will also disappear. So let's go ahead and edit the item. And we'll go ahead, remove the manufacturer. Click on OK. Now we'll close the product lookup. Reopen it. And now you can see that our Test MFG folder is gone. And again, this is because there are no products that have a manufacturer of Test MFG. Now you might ask, where does this come in handy? Well, this comes in handy if you don't want to import or to set up all of these static folders. You just simply want to dump all the products into the root and just let QuoteWerks take care of the rest. And then QuoteWerks will, of course, just take all of your parts and create a folder for you. And this is where that comes in handy. And that is just a little demonstration of static product folders versus dynamic product folders.